Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll. We get ready to go back to green flag racing here as the UMP Modifieds here live from Volusia Speedway Park. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's the Montana iRacing League ready to go to battle, ready to duke it out here again this evening for another double header as we get these drivers ready to rock and roll. We'll make sure everything is good to go here as we get heat race number one in just a few more moments. Heat race number one about to come right at you. We're about to set these drivers loose for a wild evening of racing action. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun, chat. This is going to be a good time. This is going to be a good time. We're going to have a lot of fun here this evening. These drivers have a lot of work ahead of them here with a lot of hard-nosed racing, a lot of back and forth, and a lot of good battles about to be had here in this one as the UMP Modifieds ready to rock and roll here from Volusia Speedway Park, the Sunshine State. We're ready to rock and roll, baby. Oh! Darius, Richard, Brent coming in, showing the love. What's good, Richard? What's good, my boy? Music a little too loud? Music's a little too loud. We keep it a little loud until we get into the racing action, that's for certain. Brian Wax coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. Dylan Stevenson coming in with the heart reaction. Casey Duran with that heart reaction. What's good, Casey? Darius coming in as well, smashing that like on the stream as well. Brian says, hello, fellas, in the booth. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Brian. Let's get it, baby. Hopefully a good, nice, clean race. Hopefully a lot of fun here this evening. Hopefully these drivers can, duke it out and go to battle and see some good, clean, green racing here in this one. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to rock and roll. My boy Luke Zampich coming in, showing the love with that share on the stream. How are you, Luke? How you doing this evening as heat race number one going to get rolled up onto the racetrack and ready to rock and roll? Spencer Coyle coming in, showing the love, says, woohoo, broken toesies, got it in the bag. Broken toesies, got it in the bag. You must be talking about my boy Casey Duran. Casey's gonna do it in this one. Turn your mic up. Dylan, it's good the way it is, brother. It's good for everybody else. Either you gotta turn your phone up or restart the stream or whatever. It's totally fine. I can see the level that the microphone's being put out, and it's 20 times louder than what anything else is going on in the stream, so it should be good. Trust me. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to rock and roll here as starting on the pole in that number one position. It's the BBI number 86. It's the AutoWorks Repair and More number 86 ride of Patrick Lemire. So Lemire starting in that front row with the 28 ride of Cody Blix. Stays outside as Blix. They're in position number 2. Starting in position number 3, that is the 32 ride of Pacer Popham. It is outside. In the 33 ride, that is Luke Zampich. Starting in position number 5 in the 00 ride, that is Riley Wolf, and it is outside. In the 37 ride, that is Joey Price. And bringing up the rear of the field in the KR1, Cocky Floyd Consulting, Dirty South Speed Shop, Speed Ranch, and number 5H ride, that is Chris Hill. 7 drivers ready to rock and roll here in this one is my boy Casey Duran coming in. Let's go, baby, as we are green flag racing here from the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park. Quickly, Patrick Lemire onto the left pedal, looking to try to run away here with heat race number 1 as the 28 rider Cody Blix trying to hang on to position number 2. Luke Zampich right there in that 3rd position as the 33 right there in 3rd with Joey Price. They're in position number 4 and looking for more. As the 37 right already up 2 positions, so is it Chris Hill as Hill's worked himself up inside the top 5 as Riley Wolf and Pacer Popham sliding backwards. Unfortunately here for Pacer, and the Pacer signs and designs number 32 ride back to position number 7 here, already losing 4 positions at the start of this heat race. As out in front is Patrick Lemire continuing to lead the way here. Patrick out in front with Cody Blix right there in position number 2. A little bit of contact, hang on to it. Joey Price almost going around there as he was trying to work to the inside of the 33 rider Luke Zampich. Unfortunately, that's going to move that 37 ride back to position number 5 as Chris Hill continues his march to the front of the field. It's Chris Hill right there in position number 4 now and looking for more. It's Hill looking to try to work himself to the front of the field here in heat race number 1 as Patrick Lemire continues to lead the way. Lemire out in front. Cody Blix right there in position number 2. It's a 33 ride. Luke Zampich right there in that 3rd spot, but he's got a rear view mirror full of that 5H ride as Chris Hill all over his back bumper here, looking down low, trying to find a way up and around that 33 ride to move himself into position number 3 here as Chris Hill's not done working himself to the front of the pack. As Lemire out in front continuing to lead the way. Cody Blix hanging on right there in position number 2. Luke Zampich back there in that 3rd spot, starting to put a little bit of extra breathing room between himself and Chris Hill as this racetrack has been worked in perfectly here. We see a couple good lines already in this race, showing these drivers that it is looking very, very fresh, looking very good out there. Some good tacky pay dirt out there on the racetrack where these drivers can maneuver around the track and try to find some different lanes, try to find some different runs to work themselves around each other. As at the front of the field, the battle's starting to heat up. Here's the 28 rider, Cody Blix, trying to work to the outside of our race leader. They're going to go door to door down into quarter number 3. The slide job right there from Cody Blix. The crossover coming back as we see the white flag fly. One more time around here for Cody Blix. This Blix out in front now as he has the lead. We see a little contact farther back as Chris Hill gonna slide backwards, and Luke Zampich gonna go for a 360 back there is out in front out of quarter number 4. Heat race number 1. Gonna go to Cody Blix. Patrick Lemire back into position number 2. Joey Price there in 3rd. Chris Hill, Luke Zampich, Riley Wolf, and Pacer Paul Pam rounding out the field as we will stack them up, rack them up, and get ready to go to green flag racing here for heat race number 2. Is heat race number 2 about to get underway? Being line laps for about 6 laps now. Yeah, SDK for some reason does not work in heat races. It is what it is. It's been like that for fucking 2 years, so there's nothing I can do to fix it. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Someone call SDK and complain to them like every other broadcaster because we all have. There's nothing we can do, unfortunately. Aspen Russell coming in says, good job, babe. Cheering on Cody Blix. This Cody coming home with heat race win number 1 here in this one as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in heat race number 2 is starting on the pole. In the number 185 machine, that is Zane Lemire to his outside. In the 307, that is Merlin Sorensen. Starting in position number 3 in the 1H, it is the JR1 machine of Vernon Hill into his outside. In the 50B machine, that is Caden Back. Starting in position number 5 in the 85, that is Patches B Fast into his outside. In the 62 ride, that is Dylan Stevenson. And bringing up the rear of the field here in heat race number 2. In the 79 ride, that is Dalton Stevenson. So the Stevensons starting back there in the 6th and 7th position. We'll have to wait and see if they can work themselves towards the front of the field as Zane Lemire and Merlin Sorensen gonna bring us down to the green flag here to start heat race number 2 from the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park as the pace truck makes the hard left-hand turn down pit side. We're going to get ready to set them loose as we are back to green flag racing here from Volusia. Quickly, Zane Lemire onto the loud pedal, looking to run away with it. There's a little contact back there behind him. Caden Back almost up into the outside fence, able to hang on to that ride as the 50B ride unfortunately sliding back here in a quick hurry. Dalton Stevenson trying to use that inside lane here to his advantage as he's going to slide up a few positions here already in the opening lap. 79 on the move towards the front of the field as he's looking down low underneath that 1H of Vernon Hill and Merlin Sorensen, but they're going to get a good run there down the back straightaway. And they're going to duke it out door to door here off quarter number 4 as Vernon Hill looking to try to jump up into position number 2, but it's all Zane Lemire. As Lemire out in front leading heat race number 2 here on the evening. Dalton Stevenson not done yet, though, as Dalton trying to work that 79 ride up into position number 2 here. And here comes the 62 ride as he's all over the back bumper of Merlin Sorensen. Sorensen not done yet either, as he's going to take a look down low and try to work himself back underneath the 79 ride, as we see some great racing action here for position number 2. It's exactly what the 185 ride of Zane Lemire wants to see. He wants to see these drivers duke it out and battle amongst themselves here for that second spot on the racetrack. This little contact right there from Vernon Hill into Dalton Stevenson. Is Dalton going to get a good run there off corner number 4? He's going to take another look down low here on Merlin Sorensen. Sorensen trying to roll that middle groove here, trying to keep that 79 ride at bay and trying to hold on to that second position here in this one, as Zane Lemire out in front, going to click up another lap and another great crossover. Contact made up into the outside wall. Goes the 79 ride of Dalton Stevenson. Somehow he was able to catch it as the 1 ride of Vernon Hill getting bent to the shape there, trying to keep that 1-8 drive pointing in the right direction here. As here comes that 62 ride of Dylan Stevenson and Vernon Hill making a little contact. They go 3 wide down across the start finish line. More contact here between the Stevensons, and unfortunately up into the outside fence goes that 62 ride of Dylan Stevenson. No caution flag. Caden back almost going around right there as well. Merlin Sorensen trying to hang on here still. The second place is now up into the fence goes the 1H of Vernon Hill, and the caution flag is finally going to fly. So the caution flag finally coming out here in this one, as unfortunately Vernon Hill and Dylan Stevenson having some issues here. We'll take a look what happened here again to that number 62 ride, as unfortunately the Hulk Smash trying to keep that number 62 ride pointing in the right direction. As you see the 79 get pushed down the racetrack, he's trying to catch it. Unfortunately watches right back up the racetrack and body slams that 62 ride up into the outside fence, and the Hulk Smash trying to tear down the outside wall. Unfortunately just not strong enough here this evening, as Dalton Stevenson with some pretty heavy damage there into that outside fence. The 50B ride, Caden back really getting onto the binders right there to try to save his ride. And then we saw Vernon Hill have some issues here on the front straightaways. Him and the 307 make a little bit of contact here. Vernon trying to get to the outside, the 307 sliding up, and looks like just a little bit of net code. Shoves the nose of the 1H ride of Vernon Hill up into the outside fence. It just pulls him into it, pulls him around and up into that outside catch fence sideways there in corner number 1 for the 5.6 Graphics JR1 machine, and a tough break right there for Vernon Hill. Some pretty heavy damage on that ride, but he'll get stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to battle here, as Dylan Stevenson still down pit side here, as Zane Lemire out in front did not want to see that caution flag. My boy Casey Durant coming in with the 100-star donation. I appreciate you, Casey. Casey coming in, dropping that 100-star dono here in this one. Huge shout out, huge love to my boy Casey. My boy Craig Michael Deacon coming in with the like on the stream as well. How are you, Craig? Craig coming in, showing the love here in this one as well, dropping that thumbs up on the stream. How are you, Craig? How are you doing this evening? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful, wonderful Friday night, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to battle here in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that gosh heckin' follow button, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. We're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose here in this one. Is out in front, Zane Lemire continuing to lead the way. The 307 of Merlin Sorensen trying to hang on to position number 2, with Dalton Stevenson right there in position number 3. Patches Be Fast there in position number 4, with Caden back there in position number 5. Dylan Stevenson and Vernon Hill rounding out our top 7 here in heat race number 2, as the lights are off the official iRacing base truck. That means we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a few more moments. As let's get a hashtag Casey up in the chat here for my boy Casey Durant, coming in showing the big love once again, coming in with the 100-star donation. I appreciate you, Casey, is coming in with the 100-star dono, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and back to green flag racing. As a little bit of contact here on that restart. Everyone trying to keep it together here on the bottom side of our top 5 here, as 62 ride going to quickly work himself up into position number 4. Unfortunately, losing touch of our top 3 there as everyone bouncing around, trying to keep their car pointed in the right direction. You see Vernon Hill trying to work himself up into position number 5 here as the white flag has been displayed. So one more time around for St. Lemire as Lemire out in front. The 307 of Merlin Sorensen there in second. And Dalton Stevenson there in third. It's out at corner number 4. It's all St. Lemire here in heat race number 2. The 185 ride going to pick up the second checkered flag of the evening. Merlin Sorensen, Dalton Stevenson rounding out our top 3, and everyone else back there behind him as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Here is heat race number 3. Gonna get loaded into the sim and ready to rock and roll to see who can pick up the win here in this one. Is starting on the pole in the House of Speed 3D Racing Sim Wrap Market number 77. That is Warren Samoy. To his outside in the West Side Signs and Designs number 57 ride, that is Maurice Meyer. And down on the inside, a row number 2. That is the 43C. That is Casey Durant starting there in position number 3. To his outside in the 9 ride, that is Corey Wormling. And then down in the inside, a row number 3 in the number 2 machine. That is the Pacers Signs and Designs Flawless Auto Body Redline Designs number 2 machine of PJ Popham. To his outside in the Bite WB Crave Designs Tri-City Speed Machine, the 54 ride, that is Joseph Brooks. And bringing up the rear of the field in the other 2 ride is the Fox Racing Machine, that is Braxton Tinker. So 7 more drivers ready to rock and roll here for heat race number 3 as Warren Samoy, Maurice Meyer going to bring us down to the green flag here in our 3rd heat race of the evening, as these guys already putting on a wonderful show here for us, and it's not done yet as we'll get them lined up and ready to rock and roll here as Warren Samoy going to look for the green flag this time out of corner number 4 as he's going to get ready to set us loose. The pace truck makes the hard left-hand turn back down pit side as we are back to green flag racing as heat race number 3 from Volusia Speedway Park is underway as quickly Warren Samoy onto the left pedal looking to run away with this one. Maurice Meyer right there in position number 2 with Casey Durant there in third. The 9 ride of Corey Wormley trying to hang on to his ride. It's the 54 ride of Joseph Brooks. Had to get onto the binders there to avoid contact with that 9 machine. Gonna log jam that back 3 drivers as PJ Popham trying to work himself up towards the front here. Again, the 9 ride super duper tight there in corner number 3 and 4. Unfortunately, looks like he's almost going to lose another spot here, but he's trying to battle back strong. It's, Braxton Tinker. Hang on to it. Braxton Tinker in the 54 ride. Going to trade some paint back there for the 6th position. Braxton and Joseph Brooks able to hang on to their rides. Is out in front. Warren Samoy sitting pretty here out in front as Maurice Meyer and Casey Durant duke it out here for that 2nd position on the racetrack as we are going to see the caution flag fly. So the caution flag is going to come out here. We'll take a look and see what happened. Possibly some contact a little bit farther back here as there it is, the contact between the 9 ride and the 2 machine. PJ Popham going to do a quick 360 and keep on rolling. Not a lot of contact there, but unfortunately for the 9 machine, Corey Wormling, he's just going to get into him here and gets this big run right to the back bumper of that 2 ride again. And unfortunately, as he gets that run, he just gets tucked underneath the 2 machine, jacks up that rear end, breaks the traction bar, and unfortunately just leaves him nowhere to go except for a little loop-de-loop there. And up right there for the 2 ride of PJ Popham as we'll jump right on board here with PJ. You'll see how much he's struggling trying to keep this car pointed in the right direction, but there's really nothing he can do as the rear tires are just jacked up in the air. He's just trying to get the car to roll into the corner and just got no power. As you can hear that car just hitting the rev limiter there, and unfortunately no power. It's no rear traction, and the rear tire just spinning up in the air, and car's going to go for a loop-de-loop as we'll stack them up, rack them up, get ready to go back to green flag racing as Warren Samoy Out in front, Samoy leading the way here with Maurice Meyer there in position number 2. Joseph Brooks and Casey Durand there in the 3rd and 4th position. Braxton Tinker in position number 5 with PJ Popham and Corey Wormling rounding out our top 7 here in heat race number 3. As we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a few more moments as the lights are turned off the official iRacing pace truck. Yo, Aaron Benschneider coming in, showing the love. How are you, Aaron? Aaron coming in, showing the big love here with the like on the stream. How you doing this evening, Aaron? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day here as we'll get them lined up and ready to go back to battle. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button on the stream, hit that share button, hit that follow, and that subscribe button. Make sure you turn those bell notifications on. That way you never miss it when we go live here on PeaceMaker Gaming. As we'll get them stacked up and ready to go. Here's the pace truck back down pit side, and we are back to green flag racing here at Volusia Speedway Park. Quickly, the 77 ride award. Samoy looking to pick up right where he left off, and that is out in front and trying to run away with this one. Tyler Christensen, how are you, my dude? Coming in, showing the love over there on YouTube. Tyler coming in, showing the love there on the red side as out in front. Warren Samoy in that blue, black and white machine. The 3D racing ride continuing to lead the way as Maurice Meyer and Casey Durand continue to duke it out. But we see a couple drivers get together. Maurice Meyer up into the outside fence. The 54 rider Joseph Brooks turned around there as well. Joseph gonna sit there on the racetrack, I'm assuming, waiting for a caution flag. Here is the top break there for Joseph Brooks as there is that caution flag as our race leaders were leaning down on him there. As tough break right there for all these drivers. We'll have to stack them up, rack them up, and take another look at it here as we'll take a look at what happened between the 54 and the 57 ride. As not sure if one of them came up. Yeah, looks like Maurice Meyer just unfortunately tracking up the racetrack, and unfortunately they just get tied together up into the outside fence here, and around goes the 57 ride. The 54 just still kind of tied in with the 57. He's going to get spun around himself hard into that outside fence, and some heavy contact. See that black smoke rolling out of that front nose of the 54 ride as a hard hit right there for Joseph Brooks, a hard hit right there for Maurice Meyer as well. As we'll see if we can get another look at this one. Let's see if we can get a different angle here. There we go. Should give us a great angle right here on what happened between these two as the 57 and the 54 come together, and just some good hard racing, and unfortunately just running out of room, battling for the same spot on the racetrack, and fortunately 2 tore up race cars as we will get them back in line and get ready to go back to green flag racing. As fortunately Joseph Brooks down pit side, Maurice Meyer still out there on the racetrack here. Looks like he's still got a little bit of damage on that 57 ride, but keeping it out there on the racetrack, trying to keep it rolling here. We'll have to wait and see if anything else is broken here on that restart, and if he can keep that 57 ride under power and see if he can work himself back up towards the front of the field here, as he was sitting there in that 3rd position continuously battling with that 43 rider Casey Durand, as Durand right there in that 2nd spot here trying to hang on to it as PJ Popham and Braxton Tinker now been the benefactor of a couple caution flags and worked themselves up into the 3rd and 4th position, and they may not be done yet as Warren Samoy out in front continuing to lead the way. Brooks B.I. pitting. Brooks B. pitting. Yeah, he's definitely pitting that that 54 ride as he's back out onto the racetrack, and sure if him and the 57 ride not pleased with how each other ran right there. Maybe a little displeasure, showing his, not very happy about what happened there in that one, as he was up in that 3rd spot there, trying to take 2nd away from the 43 ride, but nonetheless, they digress and keep on racing here in this one as we will get them lined back up and ready to go. Single file restarts here in this one as the 77 ride of Warren Samoy out in front, continuing to lead the way, trying to bring this 3D racing. Now it's the speed number 77 ride down here to victory lane in this heat race. Is the 77 looking to be the 3rd heat race winner of the day, as we do see some contact deeper in the field here. Maurice Meyer and Joseph Brooks coming together there as the 9 rider Corey Wormling unfortunately did not get a great start as we see a good battle brewing here. Again, for position number 2 is PJ Popham looking to work himself up into that second position as another lap getting clicked off there by the 77 rider Warren Samoy and Samoy. PJ Popham, Casey Durand, the 2 rider Braxton Tinker round out our top 4 with Corey Wormling there in position number 5. Joseph Brooks back there in position number 6. And Maurice Meyer down pit side in that 57 ride as the white flag has been displayed. So Warren Samoy for the final time here in heat race number 3 going to head down the back straightaway into corner number 3. Nice and easy at the corner number 4 as Warren Samoy is going to pick up heat race win number 3 on the evening. PJ Popham right there in position number 2 with Casey Durand there in 3rd, Braxton Tinker in 4th, and Joseph Brooks in position number 5 as we will get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in just a little bit. As some of y'all need iJesus, some of us do need iJesus, that is for certain. Little iJesus, we all need a little iJesus, you know. It is what it is. It is what it is. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in just a few more moments, our main feature event is about to get underway. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to take a quick little drink break, get our drink into us here a little bit, and get ready to rock and roll, get ready to rumble here for our main feature event. Don't worry, it's not 15 minutes long. It will be ending at the 10-minute mark of this practice session, so don't go anywhere as our main feature event is about to get underway here in just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you back here in just a couple more moments as we get ready to rock and roll. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll. We get ready to set them loose. Our main feature event is about to get underway with 40 laps of racing action here from the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park, as the Montana iRacing leagues get lined up, stacked up, racked up, and are ready to go here as they get ready to rock and roll. Starting on the pole, you're looking at him. It's the 28 ride. That is Cody Blick starting in that top spot. To his outside in the 185 machine, that is Zane Lemire. Starting in position number 3, our third heat ranks winner of the evening in the 3D Racing House's Speed. And number 77, that is Warren Samoy. To his outside in the BBI number 86 ride, that is Patrick Lemire. And down on the inside, a row number 3 in the 07 ride, that is Merlin Sorensen. Into his outside in the Pacer Signs and Designs Flawless Auto Body number 2 ride, that is PJ Popham. Starting in position number 7 in the 37, that is Joey Price. Into his outside, it is the 79 ride. That is Dalton Stevenson. It looks like the 79 is going to get an EOL here to start this feature event, so that moves Casey Durand up into that 7th position. Dylan Stevenson there in position number 9 with Chris Hill to his outside, rounding out our top 10. Luke Zampich, Vernon Hill, Corey Wormling, as we already see one driver turned around here. Riley Wolf, Joseph Brooks, Caden Back, Patches Be Fast, Pacer Popham, Maurice Mayer, and then we see Braxton Tanker and Joey Price rounding out the field here for our 21 car field as these drivers stacked up, racked up, and ready to go as we see the green flag fly. We end all the anticipation with our feature presentation. That's quickly the 28 ride of Cody Blix out in front, looking to try to run away with this one as we already see the caution flag fly as Chris Hill turned around deeper in the field here, back there in the 10th position. We will take a look and see what happened here to the 5H ride as on the start here, looks like he's going to get a little help. I don't know if he gets contact here up into the outside fence there, gets a little help from the 62, a little help there from the number 1 ride, I do believe, which is either some sort of relation there between the Hills there of Vernon Hill and Chris Hill. I can't remember what it is, if they're brothers or father and son, as the 5H ride gets put up into the outside fence there with a little bit of contact from the 62. Nowhere to go as Vernon Hill gets into him, and then here comes the 54 of Joseph Brooks. Brooks just nowhere to go, slams right into the side of Chris Hill. Heavy damage on both the 54 and that 5H machine as our first caution flag did not take very long as we made it down into corner number 1 as we'll get them lined up and ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a few more moments. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you're just tuning in, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Make sure you turn those bell notifications on, that way you never miss it when we go live here on PeaceMaker Gaming. As my boy Casey Duran says, Team Broken Hoof. Team Broken Hoof, yeah, unfortunately Casey with a broken paw here this evening. Still looking good out there on the racetrack, though, giving it the old college try. Out there in the 7th position as of right now in the 43C machine. See if he can hang on to it here for a full 40 laps, or if that broken foot becomes an issue for that 43. Kara, Billy Tabor coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. Zane Lemire with the like on the stream as well, as we get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Back to green flag racing. Cody Blix with the green flag back out into the air, quickly back onto the lap pedal, looking to run away here with this one as quickly the 28 ride sliding up to the high side group here, looking to try to open up a bit of a lead between himself and Zane Lemire. As Lemire right there in position number 2 is Merlin Sorensen down low. He's pushing the issue. He's trying to go 3 wide as the 77 ride. Warren Samoy trying to hang on to that ride. They're 3 wide here briefly at the front of the field, but we are going to see the caution flag come back out at some big contact in a parking lot down here in corner number 1. Maurice Meyer in there, the 00, around as well. We see Luke Zampich, Brandon Tinker, Corey Wormling all collected here in this one as caution flag and number 2 gonna fly here. Is not sure what happened down the front straightaway. You can see it right there in front of us there as looks like a few drivers just unfortunately coming together here. I think that's Luke Zampich a part of that one. Chris Hill down there bottom of row number on the pit lane there, but it looks like the one ride of Vernon Hill just a little 3 wide right here and just doesn't work out. And I think there's a little bit of contact here. Watch the 62 ride. He's gonna make a little contact right there with Vernon Hill, and it kind of gets Hill straightened out here. You see him trying to catch it, trying to get the car pointed back to the left-hand side. Unfortunately, washes up the racetrack over the nose of the 62. Nowhere to go there for the 33 ride of Luke Zampich. Zampich hard into the side there of Vernon Hill, and then this is where things get a little bit crazy as everyone bouncing around, sliding around, nowhere to go there for the 9 ride. Is Corey Wormling going to get in there? The 57 ride going to get into the back end of the 9 machine, and everyone just trying to scatter around that mess here as the 2 ride of Brandon Tinker going to go around. The 54 ride of Joseph Brooks trying to slide through there. Everyone else trying to figure out a lane to get through all of that mess. Is unfortunately a bunch of tore up race cars right there, and another caution flag going to come out here in this one. As a couple huge hits right there, some very tore up race cars, but nonetheless, we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing. Here is out in front. It is still the 28 ride of Cody Blix, as Blix continuing to lead the way here. Is Sharon Zampich coming in, showing the love with the like on the string. Alan Peters coming in with the like as well here in this one as we get them lined up and ready to go back to battle. The 28 ride of Cody Blix out in front with Zane Lemire there in position number 2. Patrick Lemire there in third with Warren Samoy and Merlin Sorensen rounding out our top 5. PJ Popham there in 6 as we are back to green flag racing as quickly the 28 ride of Cody Blix back onto the loud pedal, looking to try to open up his lead as we see another driver up into the outside fence. I do believe that is Brandon Dinker in the 2 machine, hard up into the outside fence here. No caution flag as of yet for this 2 ride as he is slow on the racetrack. Stop here in quarter number 1 and 2, and that will bring the caution flag out. So the caution flag going to come back out here again. We will take a look back and see what happened here. We saw Merlin Sorensen having some issues down the back straightaway, as well as Merlin down low sends it in there. A little 3, almost 4 wide here. A little 4 wide at a corner number 4, and just doesn't work as the 307 ride gets spun around. Riley Wolf collected there in that one. A few other drivers collected in that as well, as we were watching the 2 ride there get load up in corner number 1 and 2. We saw some pretty good hits here in corner number 4, and then down the front straightaway here, it's just 4 wide racing. Unfortunately, things get very, very tight here at the front of the field, and unfortunately, the 307 going to go over the nose of the 2 ride of PJ Popham up into the outside fence. A big hit right there for the 62 ride, as well as a big hit for Dylan Stevenson, and then here comes the 00 ride with a heavy hit into Merlin Sorensen as well as he gets spun around. Everyone trying to dodge him, everyone trying to work themselves through it. You see the 85 ride of Patches Be Fast get in there, get a big piece of the 57 ride of Lemire, and 37 getting a piece there of the 85 ride. There's a couple more tore up race cars here in this one as we'll get them all figured out, all of them back to where they need to be, and we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a few more moments. As out in front, Cody Blix continuing to hit these restarts perfectly, but now he's got Patrick Lemire there to his outside, right there on his back bumper. Zane Lemire and Warren Samoy there in row number 2 with PJ Popham. In the 79 ride of Dalton Stevenson rounding out our top 6. Dylan Stevenson, Casey Duran, Caden Back, and Joseph Brooks rounding out our top 10. And then we see Corey Wormling, Pacer Popham, Luke Zampich, Vernon Hill, Chris Hill, Joey Price, Patches Be Fast, Maurice Meyer, Riley Wolf, Merlin Sorensen, and unfortunately Brandon Tinker down pit side. Looks like he has taken his car back to the hauler and off the racing surface here, so a tough break there for him. Lots of eye crying in this race with lots of these drivers. Lots of eye crying. There could be a lot of eye crying, that's for certain. That's for certain. We're going to go back to green flag racing here quickly. The 28 rider Cody Blix back onto the lap pedal, looking at trying to run away here with our A main feature event. It feels like we've already put down so many laps here, but we're only 6 laps in here of 40 laps, so a lot of racing action left to be had. A lot of drivers to work themselves to the front of the field, a lot of drivers to maybe slide backwards, so we're going to see how it all plays out here over the next 33 laps around the racetrack. I check Blix tires for this weird smelling sticky stuff. You think he's got the special sauce? A little dope, a little eye-doping tires, that could be a possibility, as we are going to see the caution flag fly here as Zane Lemire upside down here in corner number 1, going for a big flip down the front straightaway. We will take another look at it and see what happened here to Zane Lemire, as there he is on the racetrack. I don't know if he disappeared or what might have happened here to this 185 ride. Yeah, he just disappeared there for a hot minute. Then he was up inside the fence, nowhere to go for Warren Samoy as he goes right underneath of him. The 79 getting a piece of him there. The 62 with another big hit there as Dylan Stevenson just hasn't been able to find a hole here, and unfortunately a big hit into the 185 of Zane Lemire. Zane Lemire going upside down here, down into corner number 1, skidding there on his roof. That is never a sight you want to see as a race car driver staring at the road under what's supposed to be underneath you. He lands, luckily enough, back on all 4 tires, but a very tore-up race car. We will play that one back, and we'll take a look here from the cockpit on what happened here to the 185 ride. He was looking to have himself a good run up inside the top 5. He's going to blink here for a quick second, then comes back into the fence already, and he just lost connection there for a hot minute, and no one saw him there or what might have happened, but nonetheless, that's how quickly these things happen here in iRacing. As we'll get ready to go back to battle. We'll get them lined up and ready to go back to war here in this one as Cody, yeah, definitely a cheers right there. Another cheers right there is the drinking game coming into play here again this evening. Everyone get your drinks ready. Every caution flags, take a drink. Take a drink, every caution flag. We'll see how messed up we can get before the end of the night. Alrighty, as we'll get ready to rock and roll here yet again as we set them loose here down through corner number 3 and 4. We're going to see lap number 10 jump up onto the board here as 10 laps in. Nope, we're not even 10 laps in. We are 9 laps in. I don't even know how many laps in. 9 laps in here. So down the back straightaway, Cody Blix out in front here, continuing to lead the way as 28 right. This time down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. Now we'll see 10 laps left to go here. 10 laps into this race. 30 laps left to go here in this one as here comes some big movers up through the field as PJ Popham working himself up into position number 2. PJ's looking down low underneath the 86 for that second position, and maybe Cody Blix for this race lead as the caution flag is going to come right back out here in this one as Merlin Sorensen. Fortunately here, Merlin down low here, the 57 up on the high side, no contact there as they head down into the corner. Oh, looks like the 57, Reese Meyer, just getting a piece right there of Pacer Popham as that white car just comes in, gets a clip of the 32 right there. You're going to see that contact. That's going to spin the 32 right sideways right in front of Merlin Sorensen. Nowhere to go there for Sorensen as he has to get onto the binders and slide sideways here himself, and that will bring the caution flag out as Riley Wolf just barely getting by there, maybe minimal contact there into that right rear quarter panel, but unfortunately enough for the caution flag to come back out with the 37 and the 32, or the 307 and the 32 ride pointed in the wrong direction as we will get them lined up and ready to go back to battle here in this one. It's my boy Wayne Pierce. Wayner coming in showing the love. How are you, Wayne? Wayne coming in showing the love here in this one. Cody J. Horton coming in dropping that heart reaction. How are you, Cody? Hope you're having yourself a wonderful evening as well as we'll get them ready to rock and roll here once again as I don't even know what caution flag we're on already. I think caution flag number, 5, 6, something like that. We're only 10 laps into this race. It's been a little chaotic here at the beginning of this one, and everyone trying to work out the first race of the week. You know, jitters, the first race of the week with these very difficult UMP Modifieds on a very difficult Volusia Speedway Park, and it's making things very, very interesting. A single file restarts here again in this one. It's Cody Blix out in front. Patrick Lemire there in position number 2. With PJ Popham there in position number 3. Warren Samoy there in 4th with Bolton Stevenson there in position number 5. Dylan Stevenson there in 6th with Casey Duran there in 7th. Joseph Brooks there in 8th with Luke Sampich. Caden back, Vernon Hill, Chris Hill rounding out our top 12 as we are back to green flag racing. The green flag back out here in this one as Cody Horton says, was that bad Barb left me for gravy down at the trailer court? Down at the trailer court? What the world? So we see the caution flag coming back out. Looks like the old one hoof here getting tied together here as Casey Duran in the 43C just looks like he's going to get a little contact here as everyone gets going here. He's looking down low underneath the 62. Has to get checked up there a little bit, trying to avoid contact with the 62 Ryan as he does get checked up. Joseph Brooks just gets right there onto his back bumper right underneath of him, and unfortunately just going to lift him up and jack him up here and spin him around as Casey looks like he's going to maybe get into those yellow barriers, trying to check himself up there and get pulled back into the right direction. Unfortunately, when he gets off the gas pedal, the 54 Ryan does not realize it quick enough, gets underneath of him, spins him around, and he goes for a little bit of a spin here, gets a big piece of Vernon Hill right there as Vernon Hill getting some pretty heavy damage there off that hit. Everyone trying to get figured out and back pointed in the right direction here as we'll take another look at this one and see what happened here as off brake right there. Casey Duran up inside the top 7 there, looking to have himself a good run. Unfortunately, that's going to put him to the rear of the field here, and he's going to have to try to battle back there with that one. Joseph Brooks also getting the EOL there as well as inside up there in that one as we'll get him lined up and ready to go back to battle here as Kelly Blix coming in with that like on the stream. Josh Aho coming in, showing the love of the like as well. Cody says weather's nice. Might go cranks the Hogue. Gosh darn, weather's nice. You might better. As Cody Blix sees the green flag back out into the air here in this one, we are back to battle here at Volusia Speedway Park as Cody Blix out in front, continuing to click these laps off in a quick hurry as the 28 right out in front, but a great battle back here in position number 2. Patrick Lemire trying to hang on to that spot as Dalton Stevenson getting into the inside wall here. They're going to get tied together. Everyone's stacking up back down the back straightaway, looking for everyone to try to keep it in the right direction. There goes the 50P machine of Caden back as he gets spun around there in corner number 3. He's going to keep it rolling. No caution flag is out in front. Cody Blix continuing to lead the way as Blix out in front, showing him how to get it done with Patrick Lemire there in position number 2. Warren Samoy there in 3rd with the 2 right. A PJ Popham there in position number 4 and looking for more. Luke Zampich up 8 positions on the racetrack, working himself up into position number 5 now in that 33 machine as Zampich been very, very strong here in this one and looking to have a good evening here as he's starting to pull away from the rest of the field and trying to catch up to our top 4 here in this one as Dylan Stevenson back there in position number 6. Dalton Stevenson there in 7th with Vernon Hill, Joey Price, and Merlin Sorensen rounding out our top 10. The 37 right, and Joey Price getting super tight there into corner number 3 and 4. He watches up the racetrack and able to keep it hanging together here, keep it pointed in the right direction. Unfortunately, he does lose that 9th position to the 307 of Merlin Sorensen. Here comes the 00 rider. Riley Wolf is Wolf right there in position number 11 with Maurice Meyer back there in position number 12. Then you see Casey Durant and Joseph Brooks also trying to work themselves back up towards the front of the field. The 9 rider, Corey Wormling, right there as well. Patches B fast there in the 16th position with Pacer Bopham and Caden Back rounding out our top 18 as Chris Hill, St. Lemire, and Braxton Tinker all off the racetrack. Is out in front, Cody Blix continuing to lead the way here with the UMP Modifieds live from Volusia Speedway Park, the Sunshine State, down here in the sunny Florida, as these guys putting on a great show here for us. My boy Rich Murtaugh, how are you? Rich coming in with the like on the stream says, hey brother, I'm in Key West, Florida tonight. You're in Key West, Florida. Well, these guys, they're in Florida as well. I don't know whereabouts in Florida these guys are. I guess Volusia, Florida. I don't think that's quite close to the Key West. I do believe Key West is this like the south, like the very farthest south part you can get. Isn't that Key West way down there? Isn't it like way down on like the very bottom tip of Florida? Isn't that Key West? Yo, my boy Rich Murtaugh coming in with the 500-star donation as well. Are you kidding me? That's way up north? That's way up north? Key West is up north, or this is way up north? Yeah, this is way up north, and you're way down to like the southest position that you can be. Yeah, this is up north compared to that. It's my boy Rich coming in, showing the love. I'm 60 miles from Cuba. 60 miles from Cuba. Start swimming, brother. Start swimming. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. As we're going to see the caution flag come back out here in this one, Dalton Stevenson, unfortunately, going for a ride here himself as, the 79 is up into the outside fence there as the Stevensons come together. The 62 and the 79 getting up into the outside fence there, and unfortunately the 79 slow on the racetrack. He's going to pull it up to the high side here in 1 and 2, and he's going to stop there on the track and get that caution flag there as he's going to bring the caution flag out as the leader's starting to come around him there. It's definitely not a happy camper in the 79 machine, as just some good hard racing here and a good run to the outside as Dalton Stevenson and Dylan Stevenson coming together right here. See the 62 get the run to the outside. The 79 right, I don't think realizes that he's out there. No mirrors on these things, and unfortunately the 79 just up into the outside fence. 62 with a little bit of contact there as well, and some heavy damage for Dalton Stevenson as we will stack him up, rack him up, get ready to go back to green flag racing. As, yo, what in the world is going on here, ladies and gentlemen? You guys are absolutely going crazy. Not only my boy Rich Murtaugh coming in with the 500-star donation, coming in, setting it off. Let's get a hashtag Rich up in the chat here for my boy Rich Murtaugh setting it off here in this one. A huge Rich up in the chat. A huge hashtag for my boy Cody Horton. Let's get a hashtag Horton up in the chat as well. Is my boy Cody Horton coming in with the 99-star donation. The first-time star sender coming in, showing the love here. Aspen Russell coming in as well with the 99 stars. Let's get a hashtag Aspen up in the chat as well as Aspen Russell coming in, showing the big love with the 99-star donation. And my boy Cody Horton, are you kidding me, Cody? Cody coming in, flexing the big guns here in this one with the 1,000-star donation. Are you flipping kidding me, Cody? Are you kidding me, brother? Coming in with 1,000 stars. Holy moly, as we are back to green flag racing. Cody Blix out in front, looking to try to run away with this one as Patrick Lemire right there in position number 2. The 77 rider, Warren Samoy, there in 3rd, and now Luke Zampich finds himself in position number 4 and looking for more here as Luke Zampich, after getting tied up in one of those early race caution flags, has been a man on a mission trying to work himself to the front of the field as Dylan Stevenson there in position number 5. Vernon Hill working himself back into the picture here. They're in that 6th position. So is Merlin Sorensen. They're in 7th, and Joey Price there in position number 8. Maurice Meyer with the hard charger as of right now, with some contact there between the 57 and the 54 once again as Maurice Meyer and Joseph Brooks come together. It stacks him up a little deeper here as hang on to it. Patches be fast up into the outside fence goes the 43C machine of Casey Durand, and I do believe that is going to bring the caution flag back out and about as my boy Rich Murtaugh. Rich coming in, setting it off again with another 1,000-star donation. Are you kidding me, Rich? Mr. Murtaugh coming in, setting it off again. Let's get a hashtag Cody up in the chat, and let's get a hashtag Murtaugh up in the chat as well here for my boy Rich Murtaugh and Cody mother flippin' Horton coming in, showing the big love. Hashtag beer, yeah. Hashtag everybody drink is the caution flag coming back out here for I don't even know how many times now we've seen this caution flag fly. We will take a look and see what happened here as you see some contact between the two white cars down the very bottom. The 54 ride and the 57 going to come together here. Right there on the very bottom side of corner 1 and 2 is going to inch them both down into the inside wall. The 54 ride getting tied up, washing up the racetrack there. You see the 43C doing a great job getting onto the binders to try to avoid contact between himself and the 54. But as they head down this back straightaway and into corner number 3, unfortunately, here comes the 85 ride as the 85 just washing up and over the nose here. Let's see if we can get a little playback there as the 85 just going to unfortunately send it in there. Unfortunately, the car just goes straight, does not want to turn here, and goes right over the front nose there of Casey Durand's. Ryan Casey just getting a good look there at his rear axle, his rear tire, and up into the fence there goes that 43 machine as a huge hit there for Casey Durand. A very, very heavy hit. That car is absolutely tore apart in a tough break there for the 43C as he was looking to have himself another good night at the racetrack as we will jump right on board the cockpit, right onto the helmet cam here. You can see him trying to get under control here underneath that 54 ride and sends it in and then just unfortunately nowhere to go here and just gets ran over and up into the outside fence in a tough break right there for Casey Durand as he's down pit side as we will get him lined up and back to green flag racing as the green flag back out into the air here in this one. The green flag quickly coming back out for the 28 ride as Cody Blix out in front continuing to lead the way. He's been the reflection of perfection here in this one as the 28 ride continues to lead the way, continues to show these drivers how to get it done here this evening. Patrick Lemire right there in position number 2 with Warren Samoy there in 3rd. Luke Sampage in position number 4 and looking for more there in the 33 ride as he's looking to try to find a way around the 3D Racing House's speed number 77 of Warren Samoy. Dylan Stevenson right there in position number 5 with Vernon Hill there in that 6th position. Merlin Sorensen there in 7th. Joey Price there in 8th. Maurice Meyer there in 9th. And Joseph Brooks going for a ride up into the outside fence, the 9 ride. Corey Wormley getting collected there in that one as well as the caution flag is going to fly again here in this one. As Joseph Brooks going airborne down the back straightaway as we'll take another look at this one. I'm not sure what may have transpired here and if the rivalry between this 57 and 54 continues as they're going door to door here and just looks like, oh, I don't think the 57 got a piece of him. I think the 9 ride did though and goes for an absolute wild ride here in corner number 3 and down the back straightaway there as that was a big air moment right there for that number 54 ride as we'll see if we can get another look at it here and see what happened as we will take a look here from the far chase cam and get a good look and a good feel. Oh, you see just a big run there. The 54 ride getting onto the binders just a little bit, maybe easing out of the gas pedal right here as he looks like he's going to get up into the outside fence. He kind of checks up to maybe work himself into a better hole than what he was looking at. And unfortunately, the 9 ride came with a big head of steam, got right into his back bumper, shoved him in there even deeper into that outside wall. And heavy hit and some heavy damage there for both the 54, Joseph Brooks, and the 9 ride of Corey Wormling as we will get him ready to rock and roll, ready to go back to battle here in this one as Kara Bailey coming in says brains and brakes. Sometimes that's all you need is a little bit of brains and brakes out there on the racetrack. Yo, Mama Bear coming in, showing the love with the heart reaction. How are you, Mama Bear? Mama Bear coming in, showing the love, smashing that heart reaction here on the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Make sure you turn those bell notifications on, as it's an absolutely free way to help the stream grow. Every single like, comment, and share helps the stream grow more and more and more and reach more people. So if you haven't already, make sure you help us out. Absolutely free to do. Hit that like button, hit that follow, and that share button. And if you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So we will get ready to go back to battle here in this one. Cody Blix looking for the green flag yet again here this evening, as we've seen another caution-filled, chaotic race here, but the laps are continuing to click down here as Sudden Impulse 69 coming in, showing the love over there on Twitch. How are you? Sudden Impulse coming in, showing the love there on the purple side. First time chatter coming in, showing the love there on the purple side, says Wii U. I like that. That's a pretty nice little tag right there. As we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing as quickly. The 28 rider Cody Blix sees the green flag back out into the air with 10 more laps left to go here from Volusia Speedway Park. Quickly, the 28 ride down the back straightaway, down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. He's going to see the caution flag fly here once again. So another lap down, but another caution flag into the air, as this time the 62 ride of Dylan Stevenson going to get collected here in this one on the restart, as cautions breeding cautions, and unfortunately 62 down low here. Looks like he's going to get a little help here from Vernon Hill, as Hill's going to work right underneath of him. He's going to jam that nose where it's not supposed to be, and that's checking the rear end fluid of the 62 ride, and that's just going to get the 62 all bent out of shape. He's trying to collect it, trying to catch it. You see the 37 going to get into Vernon Hill, as Hill had to get checked up there as he was underneath that 62. The 79 going to go around, and then it's just a parking lot here, as here comes the 32 ride. Sliding in there, as well as Pacer Popham going to go upside down here in the 32 machine, as what looked to be a simple spin or two turned into a lot more here for the 32 ride of Pacer Popham, as he gets turtled there in corner number 2, and that is a heartbreaker for a few of these drivers as they get tore up here pretty good, as there's the contact right there between the 1 ride and the 62. 62 trying to catch it, then the 1 ride going around, and then everyone else getting into this, and oh man, just a mess down here on the back straightaway, as we will get them all figured out, everyone back to where they're supposed to be, and we'll get ready to go back to battles to see the 79 ride of Dalton Stevenson. He's going to take his ride down pit side to get some more work done to it. Joseph Brooks down there as well. You see Casey Durand already down pit side working on his ride. Is out in front. One driver that hasn't had to work on his ride at all here this evening is this 28 machine of Cody Blix. I bet the chat is fire about now. Yeah, the chat is probably going absolutely wild right now. Yo, Dustin Nash coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream as well. How are you, Dustin? Dustin coming in, showing the love here in this one. People's mics keep getting disabled because people are talking, talking or crying. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I'm only imagining that Warren and Brian Wax are having their hands full up there in the booth right now, as that's going to bring in a caution flag possibly here as well. Again, I don't know how that didn't, as the 32 ride coming back out onto the racetrack, as we took the green flag here once again. No caution flag, though, as we'll keep on rocking and rolling, as 28 rider Cody Blix out in front. Definitely did not anticipate running into some lap traffic there on that first couple corners of that restart, as Cody Blix out in front, continuing to show the way here as the 86 ride of Patrick Lemire trying to hold on to position number 2, as Brian Wax getting hooked up here on the high side, as they're going to go door to door. They're going to get into the outside fence, and around goes Warren Samoy. Around goes the 86 ride of Patrick Lemire, and the caution flag is going to fly here again. Oh no. We also see the caution flag coming back out as well just before that happened, as the 50 ride here, the 50P, and a little contact up in front of him here, as he's going to get into the back end of Pacer Popham, get turned around over to go there for Joseph Brooks, as that was happening down in corner 3 and 4. We saw Warren Samoy have some issues here on the front straightaways. You got this big run here on the outside of the number 86 run. Unfortunately, Lemire just closed the door there on him, trying to jump up in front of him. No mirrors turned on as they go door to door down across the start-finish line. They just run out of room. They both get turned around, stuffed up into the outside fence. Warren Samoy getting the worst end of that one as the 86 able to get pointed back in the right direction and keep on rolling. But Warren Samoy pointed in the wrong way here as we will get them lined up and ready to go back to battle here as Patrick Lemire and Warren Samoy both there at the rear of the field here. So is Pacer Popham and the 50 machine as we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing as now Cody Blix has some new drivers there to his back bumper as Cody Blix out in front has Luke Zampich, Merlin Sorensen, PJ Popham, Joey Price right there rounding out our top 5. Patches Be Fast there in 6 with Maurice Meyer there in 7th. Vernon Hill, Riley Wolf, and Dylan Stevenson rounding out our top 10. Dalton Stevenson, Caden Back, Patrick Lemire, Warren Samoy, and Pacer Popham rounding out our top 15 as we will get one more lap around here before we set them back loose here in this one. So Cody Blix has been the reflection of perfection here in this one as Haxman Russ says, God bless the admin. They do not get enough praise for dealing with this. Yeah, they definitely do. They never get enough. They never get enough. Same with any of the guys that put these races on, any of these leagues on behind the scenes. The amount of stuff that they have to deal with behind the scenes is absolutely wild. I've been part of it. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand myself. I've seen it through other people's messages and through what they've told me and everything else, man. It's a headache putting on one of these leagues and having to try to deal with all these drivers and keep everyone kind of in check, and everything else here is a ton of work, and it's a constant battle. And especially when you have tough races like this one here where a lot of drivers are getting into each other, you got so many things to look at, so many things to try to see what happened or what went wrong, and fortunately makes a long night for our admins and league owners here. As out in front, Cody Blix continuing to lead the way here as Blix out in front, continuing to lead the way, continuing to show these drivers how to get it done. As this time down at a corner number 3 and down at corner number 4, he's going to see 4 more laps left to go. So Cody Blix with 4 more laps here in that 28 ride as he's been the reflection of perfection here all evening long, with Luke Zampich having a great run right there in position number 2. PJ Popham there in position number 3. Merlin Sorensen there in 4th, and Joey Price rounding out our top 5. Patches Be Fast and Maurice Meyer duking it out there door to door here for position number 6, and Vernon Hill right there going to poke his nose into that battle as they're looking to go 3 wide back here for that 6th position. The 62 ride of Dylan Stevenson trying to poke his nose into that fight as Dalton Stevenson rounding out our top 10 here in this one. It's the 79 ride working himself back inside the top 10 with a good run here, but out in front, the driver with the best run all evening long, it is Cody Blix as the white flag has been displayed. One more time around here for Cody Blix as Blix out in front sees a little lap traffic here in front of him, but he's got some gap between himself and Luke Zampich for the final time. Down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4, it's Cody Blix picking up the checkered flag here in this one. He's going to send the car for a loop-de-loop in excitement as Cody Blix picks up the checkered flag here in the Montana iRacing League from the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park. The 28 ride is going to park it up here in the Volusia Victory Lane. What a run and what a drive as a reflection of perfection, leading every lap he could here this evening to pick up the win and pick up that checkered flag as he's going to do a little bit of a dirt out here on the front straightaway. Not much of a burnout, but a little bit of a dirt out. Going to stir some mud up here and bounce the car around a little bit as he is pretty pumped up, pretty excited about parking that ride here in Victory Lane. Luke Zampich coming home in position number 2 with a great run for the 33 machine, and PJ Popham coming home there in position number 3. What a run and what a drive right there for this 28 ride of Cody Blix. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's see some congratulations up in the chat here for Blix. Let's see some hashtag 28s up in the chat for this 28 machine of Cody Blix being the reflection of perfection here this evening and leading every single lap that was available here tonight. Every single lap for this 28 ride he spent out in front as he was the reflection of perfection. And he picks up the checkered flag, and man, he's going to be pumped up about that one as we're going to get ready to jump up into the broadcast booth here with our top three for some post-race interviews. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, waiting for our race winner to jump up into the waiting room here for his post-race interview as Cody Horton says, was Cody able to stop and get some crown? I think he was able to stop and get some crown, that's for certain. John Fox coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. Tiger Lee coming in, showing the love with the Tiger Lee Callahan coming in with the like and the share on the stream as well. Good race, Luke Zampich. Absolutely, Donna Martina. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Don Martina coming in, showing the love there for Luke Zampich with a big run. And we're going to get ready. We're going to pull our race winner up into the broadcast booth here for his post-race interview. Hey, Cody, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy? Hey, Cody, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy? Cody, if you're trying to talk, you are muted. If he's in chat or if anyone can tell him in chat, he is muted in the Discord. There we go. Hey, Cody, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy? Interesting. Yeah, what's good, Landon? What's good, my boy? Mr. Imhoff coming in, showing the love here. Okay, yep, all my devices are good, so I don't know what's going on with Cody here. Hey, Cody, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy? All right, so it looks like some technical difficulties with the 28 ride. Can you do long fart noise with your mouth, but longer and louder? Fart? No, I'm good. I'm good, John. I'm good, brother. I'm not a child, so I don't need to do that. I'm good. All right, I don't know what's going on with Cody and his microphone. Looks like he might get it figured out here. Hey, Cody, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. To get a copy? Cody? All right, well, Cody tries to figure that out, ladies and gentlemen, with some microphone issues. We're going to pull in our second place finisher here, the number 33 rider, Luke Zampich. Zampich waiting down here pit side. We're going to pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Luke, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. Take a copy?
I gotcha.
Luke, what a great run, a great drive here after getting tied up in a rank early on in this one. You're able to just keep your nose to the grindstone slowly but surely. Click them off, stay out of trouble, stay out of some of the carnage that unfolded there around you, and work yourself up into position number 2 here as you were able to hold off PJ Popham and Merlin Sorensen late in this race to hang on to that second position. Just looked like you didn't quite have enough there to jump up and chase down Cody Blix, but man, you put on a great show and a great run and parking that 33 ride here in position number 2. You got to be pretty happy with the outcome here tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, I should have started better, but with the little incident in the heat race, I had to start from the back and move my way up, and then got into another wreck. Had to go get my car fixed, and then just waited it out throughout the cautions, made my way, and just picked the car off one by one. And Cody's car, he had that thing dialed. He was just on rails, and I don't think anybody would have had anything for him. PJ might have had something for him if there was a few more laps, but Cody did a good job.
Absolutely. Cody did a great job here all evening long. Continued to just keep that 28 ride out in front and out of trouble as there was a lot of chaos back there behind him. A lot of caution flags, a lot of contact, and a lot of carnage as you got tied up in a few of it there. What was going through your mind through some of those caution flags, after getting tied up in a couple of them, knowing that you still had a long ways to go back towards the front of the field and, trying to just keep yourself clean, trying to keep yourself out of the chaos that was unfolding up there on the racetrack.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. Getting all those cautions. You barely go a lap, and the caution come out, and it just sucks because you're trying to stay consistent, and you can't hit your marks if you're overthinking it, and just all of these things keep on popping up. So it sucked. But I was able to just keep on keeping on and just do my thing, and I held on.
Absolutely, as you're able to hang on and park that 33 ride up here in position number 2. Luke, a great run and a great drive here this evening for you as you're able to pick up the second spot here, the second position on the podium. Who would you like to thank here for such a strong run and strong performance here at Volusia Speedway Park?
Yeah, luckily, these last couple of races I've been coming from the back and working my way up to a podium, so it's not bad. But like thank Halftime Sports Bar, Taco Treat, Dusty Sprinklers, Yogurt City, Metro Auto, Elysian Salon, U.S. Foods, Elk Creek Construction, Pump Tea, Concrete Pumping, Dynamic Auto Repair, and Gentle's Family Beginnings.
Beauty. Well, Luke, we have one more race left here this evening. Hopefully not as many caution flags, but possibly maybe the same outcome or one spot better here for you this evening. We look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack in the dirt street stocks, and hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth after another 40-lap feature event.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Beauty, enjoy the rest of your night, and good luck. Have fun out there.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our second place finisher, Luke Zampich. Zampich coming home here in position number 2 as our race winner. Cody Blick says his app isn't working, unfortunately, so we aren't going to be able to get our race winner into here for his post-race interview, but we are going to shout out some people here for him as he says his app isn't working, but a huge thanks to Warren and the admin and myself for broadcasting. He also said he wants to thank Crown Royal, of course. Crown Royal, the main contributor here to the Blix program and keeping himself out in front and leading laps here. This one also says QuickTime Designs and my fiance for letting me do this goofy shit every weekend. Also my dad for tuning in. Cody coming in, showing the love here in this one. And if your microphone doesn't work or anything else, you can always jump into the chat. I'm happy to read, whatever text or anything else for sponsors, family, stuff like that, or whatever you want to say. I can get it out there for you. This is my boy Cody coming in, showing the love, and having himself a great run and a great race, parking that 28 ride up in the top spot here this evening, picking up the checkered flag here as he was the reflection of perfection all evening long as we'll get ready to pull in our third place finisher here this evening, our third place driver, that number 2 ride, a PJ Popham coming home in position number 3. We're going to pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey PJ, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
I got you, Aaron.
PJ, my boy, another tough race out there here this evening. There's a lot of contact, a lot of chaos, and a lot of caution flags as slowly but surely you were able to work yourself back up towards the front of the field here after sliding backwards there for a little while, getting tied up in a few of those incidences. But here you are late in this race, working yourself up through the top 5 into that third position here. Just looked like you just didn't quite have enough time to figure out a way to go around Luke Zampich and not enough time to get up there and try to figure out a way to get around Cody Blakes.
Yeah, we definitely have the car to win. Unfortunately, another week, the 86 runs out of talent, takes a couple cars out a couple times. Seems to be a pretty common thing with him. You can't race around him. So we had to go pit, fix our car, come back out, avoid the wrecks, get back up there. Just ran out of time. Congratulations to Cody. He I think he led that thing green to checker, didn't he?
He did, yes. He was the reflection of perfection here in this one, leading it every single lap he could here this evening.
Yeah, that's cool to see. And then Luke ran a good race too. Just we kind of figured out a line there at the very end. It just again running out of time. So just happy to be back up in the top 3. And for a Friday night, we'll take the luck.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's lucky and good coming together here to be able to finish one of these off, as we saw a lot of caution flags, a lot of carnage here, a lot of restarts where you're going to really keep your head in the game and really try to keep yourself focused there, not make any mistakes getting into the driver in front of you or getting ran over from behind if you get onto the binders a little bit too quick there, as we saw a lot of caution flags there on those restarts. And that was a lot of it right there. You know, the driver kind of sitting back a little bit, half a car length or a car length off the car in front of him, gets onto the gas a little bit sooner than the cars in front of him. Then all of a sudden he realizes that he jumped a little soon, has to check up, and as he checks up, the cars behind him, they don't. They think he's going, and they just come together and create a calamity of different drivers getting tied up and squirrely out there on the racetrack, and bringing out a lot of caution flags here, and unfortunately making it a long night here for you guys, and a tough race with a lot of these restarts. How do you keep your mind focused out there on the racetrack, knowing that you got to hit these restarts perfectly, and you got to do it so many times over and over and over again?
Yeah, you know, you don't have to hit them perfect. You're, like you said, you're laying a half car length back, and I'm just trying to avoid the mayhem, on these restarts. You're hoping nobody runs over you. You're just trying to give the guys in front of you room, because something's going to happen. You just got to avoid the mayhem when it happens. After we went in the pits, luck broke our way. We weren't involved in anything again, and able to get to the front. And that's, once we're up at the front, then we're comfortable, and you can race around guys. So, but just trying to avoid the mayhem on the way through.
Absolutely. Well, PJ, a great run and a great drive. He's come home here in position number 3. Who would you like to thank here this evening for such a strong run and strong performance?
I got to thank my dad, Pacer Sign and Designs, my teammate, Joe Brooks, and my dad. Flawless Auto Body, Redline Race Designs, Sullivan Brothers Construction, Upfront Bodies, DM Race Engines, Elysian Salon, Realtor Dusty Popam, and Falls Casino. Thank my fiance. Thank you for doing the broadcast. Their marathon broadcasts. I know a lot of cautions where you got to keep the audience entertained, but we appreciate it, and thank you, Warren, for putting on the league.
Absolutely. Well, PJ, I won't keep you much longer, as I know you guys got another race coming up here in just a few more moments, which we'll be jumping into. So good luck, have fun, and hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth here in just a little bit.
Sounds good.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Give it up there for the 2-ride. PJ Popham coming home in position number 3. A great run and a great drive here in this one. Joseph says, I don't like cautions and I hate being a part of them. Yeah, that's always the thing. And unfortunately, a lot of times you just have nowhere to go, nothing you can do. You're just hanging on, going for the ride, trying to keep yourself out of trouble. And sometimes that trouble just finds you. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's going to bring it here to a close for this one. We're going to be getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. We're going to be going back live here in just a few more moments with our second race of the evening. But we're going to call it there for this one. We're going to finish this stream off, and then we're going to go right back to Green Flag Racing here with our second broadcast of the night here in just a few more moments. So make sure you look out for that live notification, or make sure you look out for us to go back live here in probably about 7 minutes from now, just a little less than that, as it'll be pretty quick. We'll be right back here in just a little bit. But if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Make sure you turn on that live notification bell. That way you never miss it when we go live here on PeaceMaker Gaming, as we'll get them ready to rock and roll here for Dirt Street Stocks coming right up here in just a few more moments. I'll see you guys then. Peace out for now, baby. See you guys back here in just a couple moments.
Yeah.